interesting, you start singing or you do your kawaii dancing with your heavy metal screaming, everyone goes, well, I suppose that's reasonable. You know what I mean? I think probably that. Otherwise, if you turn up in a suit and tie and you start doing those things, there's some splaining to do.
Yes.
So I think those would be my two favourite things about wearing a skirt. Thank you, my man. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. Yes, sweetie pie? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, beautiful. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
The question I wanted to ask is, I wanted to know if you had advice for somebody that wants to learn Japanese, and especially somebody who wants to speak it, not just read it.
Okay, sorry. So just to repeat the question, do I have any advice for someone who wants to speak Japanese and specifically wants to also be able to read and write?
Well, but a little more speaking, because I struggle with speaking more than I do the reading.
Oh, okay. Okay. Advice for learning Japanese. Well, yeah, my legitimate advice isn't that interesting. My legitimate advice is study. And I actually recommend studying the traditional way. So get teachers and get books and get lessons and so forth and sit down with your homework and do all this. So I didn't do that. When I started learning Japanese, I listened to Pimsleur's audio tapes whilst I was jogging and whatnot. And then I just got to Japan with a really limited amount of Japanese. I got surrounded by people who couldn't speak English and just
Immerse yourself.
figured it out. But the problem with doing that is that you create a lot of, you learn, your vocabulary expands, but you don't learn the structure of the language and you don't learn how to accurately express yourself. So then now, 10 years later, I have to go back and I have to sit down and do my homework and I have to fix all my holes that I did not just learn correctly from the beginning. So my advice is learn correctly from the beginning. That's the first thing. Try to get together with tutors and conversation classes and those kinds of things so you can legitimately practice. And also, now in the glorious age that we live in, there's a lot of like podcasts and things available on YouTube and so forth. I was listening to one in my room before I came down where you just put your Japanese on in the background and you can just absorb it. And then over time, your brain Japanifies, you know what I mean? You start to be able to express yourself in Japanese. Also, the AI is really helpful. You can talk to the AI and you can say to the AI, act as a Japanese teacher and correct my problems. And then she will fix all your problems as you go. So the joys of the AI revolution for language learning are unlimited. How long have you been studying for, sweetie?
Well, I started for the first time maybe 6 years ago.
Okay, a long time.
Fell out of it.
Okay.
And I picked it back up seriously maybe like a year ago.
All right. 6 years is a recurring number in this group. We have a 6-year beard. We have 6 years of Japanese. Fantastic. All right, sweetheart. Well, that's, how do you feel about it? How do you feel your progress is going?
I feel like I see consistent progress with the reading, but I really struggle with the speaking because the grammar is just like nothing like English.
Yeah, that is challenging. So I would recommend using the AI, and you can go really slowly and tell AI to be patient, wait for you to get to the end of your sentence. That'll give you time to think about everything and go step by step. Then you can slowly build up over time. Good luck, sweetheart. I look forward to having in-depth conversations with you in Japanese in the near future. What a cutie. That's a round of applause. Hell yeah. Look at this. What a supportive environment. Hell yeah. How's your Japanese, my man? Awesome, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Sweethearts, what do you, anyone's got a topic of conversation? What do you reckon? Oh, the hands went up. Let's go, you and Red, my friend. Hello.
So what made you wake up one day and decide that you wanted to do cutesy heavy metal performance?
I used to live in Hong Kong, and that's where my career started. And I moved from Australia to Hong Kong because I was an actor and a voice actor and a stuntman, and there was not really any work for that in Australia. So I went to Hong Kong because I was trained in Hong Kong style kung fu action. So I went to Hong Kong and I started working in Hong Kong, and I built a career in Hong Kong and I was very happy with it. Then the 2008 financial crisis came and wiped that career out overnight. So I said, all right, I used to be an actor and now I'm not one of those. What am I gonna do? I had been, when I was 14, I started wearing my big sister's school dress to parties and rock and roll shows and things, because it was really, 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 really funny to the other 14-year-olds. So I started doing that the first time I did that in Hong Kong, because they are such a conservative society. Everyone lost their mind. They're like, you're the funniest person I've ever seen in my entire life! And I'm like, holy moly. The first time I ever wore a skirt in Hong Kong was this frilly white and pink bikini that I had found at the night market, and there was some big rock and roll show that happened in the stadium when a bunch of American bands came. Simple Plan came, and You Found Glory came, and a bunch of bands played. So whoever was on first, I walked in during the last song of their set. And so it's a stadium, so there's everyone in the balconies. I came onto the floor, and all the attention of the stadium went shook onto me, and everyone went, woo! Started cheering, and I'm like, woo! And I felt sorry for the band, because they finished their last song, and they're like, thank you, we have you. Good night, because everyone was looking in the wrong direction, because they were looking at me entering the room, so I felt very bad about that. The point I'm trying to make is, in that society, when I put on a dress, everyone just lost their minds. So, very soon after that, I started pro wrestling, and at the time of my first match, I was asked, what do you want your gimmick to be? And I said, I reckon I'm going to wear a skirt into the ring, and I'm going to be called Ladybeard. And I did, and overnight was the most popular wrestler in Hong Kong. So, and then, from there, I started my music career, and I decided to bring my current following from the wrestling over into my music career, and so we kind of developed from there. That was a long answer to your question, I'm so sorry. Holy moly. It's become just a talk, it's become a TED talk, hasn't it? I need to have a series of slides to show you. Me when I was 8. Yes, sweetie pie. So the girls in Ladybeard. For Ladybeard, we held an audition in 2020. So I was, back in 2015, I was in my first group in Japan, which was the group that did Nippon Manju. That group fell apart relatively quickly. But then it was made clear to me that that's what everyone wanted to see from me. They wanted to see me screaming and dancing, the two cute girls singing and dancing, colourful costumes, videos running around Tokyo, and the live show. Everyone made it very clear that's what they wanted to see. So we said, well, cool, we'll do that again. As soon as the politics cleared up, there was a lot of politics that had to get cleared up internally in Japanese showbiz, so we could do that again. But then as soon as we did that, so as soon as that happened, we did it, held an audition, and our first set of girls were Suzu and Kotomi. Suzu was the very first girl who walked through the door for the audition, and Kotomi was the very last girl who walked through the door for the audition. So, bookends. So we kicked it off in 2020. That turned out to be a very bad year to start something that was meant to be touring the world and whatnot. Just slightly. Hey, tell you what. Hey, we all shared that experience, didn't we? The entire human race. It brought us all closer as a species, which is nice.
As long as we were 6 foot apart.
It is a great irony. We had to distance to come together.
Yes.
Something profound just happened. That was amazing. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna crochet that and put it on the wall.
Alright, way ahead of you.
I'm a superstar. What's going on there? You're doing some knitting.
I'm crocheting the other 2 pieces
This young lady gifted me a Ladybeard Pikachu plushie on stage last night, if anyone had missed it, and now she's making some for the girls. Thank you, sweetie pie. That's extremely kind of you. So, in answer to your question, through audition, my friend, thank you very much. It's like, hey, 6-year beard! 6-year beard.
Basically, I was wondering, so you started in acting, right?
Yes.
With some background in fighting training.
In martial arts, that's
You've
right.
basically been doing as a sport, I assume?
I trained martial arts through high school for the sake of self-defense, and also I did it as a sport. I did competitive taekwondo.
How did you wind up making the transition I understand this, the sport to stunt work to acting, that makes sense. How do you wind up in metal?
I always loved metal, and my original dream was to be a metal screamer. But when I was in high school, I couldn't scream. I couldn't figure out how to do it safely. So I said, all right, well, I'll be an actor, because I liked acting anyway. Became an actor. When I lived in Hong Kong, I was a voice actor. So I used to be a dubber, like these guys out here are. We used to dub the Asian dubs of all the anime. So in Asia, in cable TV, back 15 years ago, if you're watching Naruto or something, you can watch it in either original Japanese or the local dub, so in Hong Kong that's Cantonese, or the Asian English dub. So they would redub it in English for Asia. I don't know why they did that, but they did. Okay. So I was on the teams that did that. We did a lot of things for Animax and NHK and broadcasters like this. So, interestingly and ironically, it was voice acting that taught me how to scream.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was from voicing monsters. Because I found when I was sitting in my bedroom going, no, that hurts. No, that hurts. And trying to figure it out, I was thinking about it too much. Once there was an image in front of me, and this monster does that, and I just had to voice the monster, and I could bypass my unconscious mind, you know what I mean? And just make the noise. As soon as I realized I could do that, I was like, oh my goodness, I can scream! Well, heavy metal singing, here we go! So that's how that happened.
Okay, and then how did was it just there was more of an open market for the metal in Japan, and that's how you wound up over there?
Started in Hong Kong, started out singing heavy metal covers of Cantonese pop songs.
Okay.
Because I love metal covers of pop songs in general.
Right.
Like the Punk Goes Pop series and so forth. When I got to Hong Kong, I started listening to Cantonese pop music for the sake of my language learning. And I said, these are really great catchy pop songs. Who's made the metal covers? Turns out nobody had.
Oh.
So a few years later, when I said I want to start my metal career, I said, hey, I think someone should be making metal covers of these Cantonese pop songs. No one else has done it, I'm going to do it. So I kind of decided I think these songs should be in the world, so I will make them, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, started like that, then started touring. Of course, Cantonese is only spoken in Hong Kong and then like 2 other cities in mainland China. So then I had to start doing Mandarin songs to tour the neighborhood. And then I toured to Japan, so I had to do Japanese songs. So I was covering Japanese J-pop songs and Annie songs and so forth.
Gotcha.
And then it went so well on my first Japan tour that I said, well, there's my future, so I shipped on over.
That makes sense. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Tell you what, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. It's been a long old journey. It's been, I think, 17 years in a skirt this year. So, yeah. Thank you. That's professionally in a skirt as well. That doesn't include my big sister's school dress when I was 14. So, I mean, it's been a long time. Yeah, my man.
So, what does your family think of your career?
They love it. They think it's hilarious. I'm from a small city in Australia, and I went to a private school, and it was kind of an all-boys school, and it was pretty much accepted that you were supposed to be either doctor, lawyer, accountant, engineer, so cross-dressing pro wrestler and heavy metal singer. Breath of fresh air, to say the least, you know. Yeah, no, the family loves it actually. They think it's hilarious. I'm very lucky in that regard, you know. Being from a conservative city, it would be very easy for my mum and dad to have the attitude of, no son of mine. So, luckily that is not the case. Bless him. Bless him, the great guy. Yes, sweetie pie, how do you?
How did you get invited on the Trash Taste podcast?
How did I get invited on Trash Taste? I met Joey at a convention somewhere in the United States, like 100 years ago, 2015 or something. So I met him there, and what happened? We said, at that convention, when we get back to Japan, let's go to the batting cage. They have these baseball batting cages in Japan. It's really fun. A machine shoots a ball at you.
Yeah, we have those.
Oh, you have those as well? Okay, cool. So you know what batting cages are, sweet. We don't have those in my country, so I have to explain. Well, at least not in my little city. I'm sure maybe in Sydney they have things like this, but you know.
This is where baseball was invented, though.
Well, exactly. It's the great American game, isn't it?
And then Japan loves it.
They do. They really love
They
it.
go crazy.
They go bananas for it. You go to Tokyo Dome to watch the baseball, and everyone's chanting and singing, and They have like a brass band and
Yeah.
playing and whatnot for each team. It's bananas.
They have a whole like museum.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Joey and I said, let's go to the batting cage. And we spent like 3 years messaging each other saying, well, when we're going to go to the batting cage, and we never did. And then finally I messaged one day saying, we still haven't done that batting cage. And he was like, I got a better idea, come on my podcast. I was like, all right, we'll do it. So that's how that happened.
Oh, okay.
From batting cages to podcast conversation. Yes, sweetie.
So do you live in Japan?
I do.
Yeah, cool.
Live in Japan.
I did. What part?
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
I've been in Japan 12 years now.
Nice.
So the original plan was 5, and now here we are at 12. So,
It's nice, huh? I got to visit.
I'm sorry?
It's nice, huh?
Yeah, tell you what, it is a different lifestyle from anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's different from Hong Kong, it's vastly different from Australia.
Yeah.
It's different from the States, I would imagine.
It's like another planet from New Mexico.
Yeah. It's, yeah, it really is. Yeah, superstar?
What's your favorite dessert?
Ah, my favorite dessert?
So many good ones.
Or yeah.
My favorite dessert from Japan is a dessert, the actual name of which I don't know, but they have these little balls of ice cream wrapped up in rice paper. Wrapped in like mochi kind of rice paper, yeah, which are really, really delicious.
I know what you're talking
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because you bite them and you get that squishiness of the mochi, but then you also get very nice Japanese ice cream, with good quality ice cream. So I think that's probably my favorite dessert from Japan. Do you have a favorite dessert from Japan? You don't know the brochure. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know mochi, that squishy, what is it, rice, jibber jabber?
Yeah, right.
Rice dough.
Thank you. That was an actual word as opposed to jibber jabber. See, I'm losing my grip on the English language with every day that passes. Ah, good one with that as well. Or a reference to Star Wars. Jar Jar Binks, all he did was jibber jabber, right?
That was Star
It was an entire character based on gibbering and jabbering.
They all loved it.
Welcome, new friends. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. You look lovely today. You look adorable. All of you. You all look adorable, dear Albuquerqueans. Make some noise. Give it to go.
We are an artist state.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
We're an artist state, so.
An artist state. Tell me more about New Mexico. This is my first ever New Mexican experience. All I know is that old Mexico is Mexico.
Yeah, that's a secret.
Yes, my man.
There's actually, so there's a town up north called Taos,
Okay.
T-A-O-S, and there's a writer's colony up there, at least there was.
A writer's colony?
Yeah, I don't know the whole thing.
A writer's colony. I see.
Yeah, you just hung out. There was a lot of different art writers and artists up there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's it called? Taos?
House.
Taos.
Spelled like
Spelled what's right?
cow.
Dow?
Cow. T-A-O.
Oh, it's spelled T-A-O.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
T-O-A-S. House.
Oh, there is an S.
Yeah.
So it's like chaos, but
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's an accurate description.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, okay, it's Taos.
And
So
then
that's
Breaking
it.
Bad was filmed here. We're famous for that.
I did know that. I specifically have not mentioned that because I imagine everybody says that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's popular.
I've specifically avoided that topic of conversation.
It's like, put us on the map.
Well, that's very true. That's very true.
A lot of filming happens out here.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have Netflix studios.
Oh, okay. All right.
They also filmed like a good chunk of the Marvel movies, like the early Marvel movies here.
Really?
Yeah.
In New Mexico?
Yeah, we're a
Yeah.
big
Great
film
weather.
place.
And Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things.
Well.
We
Yeah.
have amazing weather for filming. It's dry, it's sunny,
Yes.
we have great lighting.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
sunny.
noticed that actually, yes. I have noticed that. Very nice weather.
And then we're number one for like outdoor sports
Okay.
because we have a lot. We're so high up, our sea level. People come out and train. Yeah,
Oh!
yeah. We're higher than Denver.
I've been told you're higher than that. Are you higher than Mexico City?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think so.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
No.
Mexico City's like 10,000.
Oh.
It's like 2 miles. So we're like half of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, cool. Sweet as. My friend Greg, you got something to say?
How long are you going to be in Mexico
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
How long are you going to be in New Mexico for?
Not very much longer after this weekend. I'm sorry.
Come back to Santa Fe.
I'm sorry?
Come back to Meow.
Wow, it seems like I'm going to have to come and spend some more time here. It seems like New Mexico is where it's going to go. New Mexico. You guys have been very nice. I've enjoyed New Mexico greatly.
Yeah, you think that's cool? We also have Area 51 and some of those at the old town too.
Is Area 51 in New Mexico?
Roswell.
Roswell.
Oh, that is New Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roswell!
We're paranormal, we're artsy, we're alien, we got everything.
Wasn't there something the other day when they got some alien discovery or something?
Yeah, Trump's been releasing files to distract us, but they're like, our government's like, yeah, aliens are real now.
I didn't. I'm looking down the camera. I did not make this statement. Aliens' hands remain clean.
Yeah.
We actually have like a lot of like UFO stuff over in Roswell. They even have like this like McDonald's that's like inside a building shaped like a UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
need to take a road trip, a New Mexico road trip.
I have a feeling I do need to take a New Mexico road trip
White
or
sand.
flying saucer trip, alternatively.
Yeah.
Seems like I'm sorry.
The scenes themselves are just seeing the entirety of while you're traveling.
Really?
Have you seen, there's a reason the mountains are called the Sandias, because when the sun hits them, they turn pink like watermelon.
Yeah, Gates
Yeah.
Mountains ever.
It's amazing. It's very beautiful. Well, look, I'm going to have to come spend more time in New
Yeah,
Mexico. I think I have no choice. Choice, hell yeah. Hell yeah, New Mexico. Can I just, guys at the back, can I just do a time check? I don't have a clock. How many?
You got 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes. Let me just get a bottle of water because all this talking is parching Ladybeard out. You would think that after all these years in the heaven, my man, got my back. Round of applause for my man. Thank you, bro. Interestingly, I can do the heavy metal screaming for hours at a time, but actually talking tends to dry me out a lot more. So better just hydrate one moment. It's going to be a two-handed job, so I'll try to make it visually stimulating.
I mean, that's a prank.
That's my new brand deal with Kirkland Water. It's not camera, it's not. I don't want to get in trouble. I get back to Japan and be told I'm in trouble.
You should have done it like all wrong, like.
Maybe I should have. I'll do it as a Japanese water ad. This would be a Japanese ad. It'd be like this. You'd be like, oh, hontou ni kawatte ru. Like, oh, I'm so thirsty. Then this would explode into flame. Kona! I catch this. Nice water! That'd be a Japanese. You know, that's one of the interesting things about living in Japan. So, you know how on YouTube, your video just gets interrupted halfway through by just an ad that pops out of nowhere because they haven't figured out a better way to do that. So, because I'm in Japan and the ads are all insane, you'll be sitting there with some intense video. You'll be listening to like Neil deGrasse Tyson tell you about the nature of gravity or something, and he's going, and so that is why, for the rest of your life, you must always remember the most important thing is Asahibia! It just comes and interrupts you. You'll be falling asleep, they hit you with one of them, some ridiculous Japanese jingle, but we cars with death. Good fun, that's right. I'm now rehydrated. That was a fun incident. That was a YouTube ad of our own, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My man.
You're speaking about how you can stream for hours.
Yes.
How do you do that? Like, what do you do to train your voice to be able to stream for hours?
Once you learn the technique, you just practice and get used to it, really. We'll do a screaming lesson if you like. You want to do a screaming lesson? It's a good fun thing to do. Everyone sit yourself up straight. All right, so you're going to start out, tilt your chin forward towards your chest, and you're going to make the noise kind of like a dog barking, like woo, 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 woo. So you do not want to be squeezing anything here. You want to relax and make like a W-O-O. Woo, 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 woo. So that's, if you take that as the basis for your scream, So as you develop the muscle memory more, you can get better and better and better at it. And then you can feel how to move it around, where to put extra air, where to take air away, and so take that, and once you develop that muscle memory, then you just get the technique and you can keep going for as long as you need to, really. This is the other one. You can imagine making a cough, like so you take these sounds and you build your scream on them. You've had your hand up for 1,000 years, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. Yes. Hey, just round of applause for my fellow Australian. Hey, Brianna. How are you, my dear?
I was curious, what would you say to young artists out there who really are into training their minds and feel like they want to give it up in exploration of their music?
Specifically artists who feel like they want to give up.
Yes. In their music, in what they're doing.
I would say, sit down with yourself and get very clear about what it is you are trying to achieve and why it is you are trying to achieve it. Because, you know, if you're doing music because you enjoy it and for the sake of your passion and so forth, that's a completely different world from trying to do it as a career, for instance, you know what I mean? So, you know, I think about what you're doing it for and why you're doing it, and get really clear about that. And then once you are clear about that, then you can kind of say to yourself, well, here's what I want to do. Here's the reasons I want to do it. All right, so I guess how do I get from where I am now to where I want to be? And the reason I'm doing it is because of this why that I've just created. I'll make a plan to get from where I am to where I want to be, and I'll start taking the steps on the plan. That's my general advice for most people to do most things. Just figure out what you want to do, figure out why you want to do it, figure out a plan to get from where you are now to it, break it down to steps, and then start taking the steps on a daily basis. Yeah. I'm not sure if that really answers the question, though. I feel like your question was a bit more emotionally and psychologically driven. Well, let me shatter this problem for you right now. So a lot of performers have this, kind of the fear of being in front of the audience, the fear of judgment and this kind of thing, yeah? So let me shatter this for you right now. I'll fix the whole thing. I need my microphone to come out from underneath here.
Oh!
My water! Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. Thanks so much. All right, so check this out, yeah? So here's my chair. Here I am on the stage. Right now, you are all facing me, and I am on the stage, and I'm performing, yeah? So I sit on the chair. Okay, cool. I am currently performing for you guys. Watch this. Now I'm in the audience. It was literally turning my chair 180 degrees. That was the difference. I hope that helps in some way. That's something that's always helped me. When it comes down to it, we are but people. We're standing in the same room together, sharing an experience. We all want it to be a positive experience, unless you're, I don't know, doing some weird thing, performing for a bunch of people you hate, which would be weird. I'm sorry? I've never seen Manson live, no. Well, I'm sure it is extreme. I hope that helps, my friend. Just remember that we're all just people. Everyone here is a person like you, and the only difference right now, you are on the stage and they are in the audience. You're going to go off stage and then go into the audience, and someone else is going to come on stage, and then the roles are switched. So there's really nothing to be frightened of in any way. And also, even if somehow that doesn't help, it's not, a dangerous environment. It's not a cage fight. It's not, hand-to-hand combat or anything like that. So just try to enjoy yourself and have a good time, my man. Oh, my pleasure. I hope that helps. I don't know, I've been, because it's my profession, I guess I have a kind of a different outlook on the whole thing, I suppose. Because for me, whether I'm feeling good or feeling bad, I've got to go do the show, you know what I mean? So, and I have an obligation to do so. So, I hope that helps, my friend. We have another question, Adriana?
Yeah. I'm so curious. How often do you get negative feedback?
Serious negative feedback, only if I do a bad job. In which case, I agree with the feedback anyway. So I'm like, yep, no, I would agree with what was just said. Here's another thing to consider. When you're on the internet and someone writes a nasty comment going, your ears are fat or something. just always remember that when they do that, they're doing that for them. They're not doing that for you. That's not about your freaking ears. That's about them sitting there going, 100%. That's about them sitting there on Instagram going, I'm so clever. Watch this. Ladybeard's legs are short. Take that. I'm so hot. So, that's for them. It's not even for you. So don't stress it when people write nasty stuff on the internet. If I get... Well, if I'm getting negative feedback that I agree with, then I'm like, exactly. I'm like, I agree, I need to do a better job of that next time. So I'll take that away and I'll be like, all right, let's go into the rehearsal room and let's figure it out. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you've got so many fans, and then you've got so many of those interacting with certain people, and you're like, I would never, kind of individual who don't support, the idea of a man wearing a dress, or, the idea of, any kind of trading within the generational, kind of lifestyle. So that's why I was curious, like, how do you handle such negative feedback?
Yeah, I think that's probably how. I mean, for something that's just, something that's not very serious, I just kind of, water off a duck's back, just say, all right, well, nuts to them, Here's the other great thing about being in my position. If someone does come at me with anything kind of homophobic or any kind of anything like that, it's one of the joys of being a man who's trained in martial arts who's wearing a skirt, because when some, jock comes at you, making his various slurs at you, there's nothing more beautiful than a jock being knocked out by a spin kick from a man in a skirt. That's a thing of beauty. I learned that in high school. That's a beautiful thing. He turns up trying to impress his mates. He goes back to his friends. I was knocked out by the guy in the skirt. Straight out of the room. I love it. Thank you, though, sweetie. Yeah, my darling. Yes?
Two questions. The first one is basically I'm trying to build muscle. What's the best way to help someone who is struggling with building muscle and gaining weight?
So, hang on. So you're trying to gain weight. You're lifting weights and so forth?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at you structurally, it looks like you're pretty exomorphic, so that means you're naturally skinny, and it's going to be hard for you to gain weight, you too, no matter what happens. I think for you guys, if you're trying to gain weight, the answer is going to be eat more. Just eat a lot more. The joy you have is it's going to be hard for you to get fat. So don't eat nonsense, don't go eating sugar and whatnot all day, but you can do your carbohydrates in the form of brown rice and sweet potatoes. You don't need to worry about getting fat. For you, you're going to have to, lift your weights, lift heavy weights, and then eat as much as you can. Eat a lot of protein, eat good carbohydrates, get quality fats, and hydrate. That'd be my advice. And then keep going, just don't stop. You have an adorable little frame. First things first, be happy with yourself as you are. That's Ladybeard's first message. And then, when you decide that something must change, then that's my advice uniquely for this situation, and then keep going.
And then my second question is that if you and the rest of the Ladybeard members were Pokemons, which one would you be?
I'm Slaking,
Yes.
because I love a good lie down. Yep. Who are the other two gonna be? Suzu might be Squirtle. Suzu could be a Squirtle. What's Mina gonna be? What's his name? I can't remember his name. The skinny white one with the long head, the skinny neck, the skinny arms and that.
Really?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find an image.
I kind of imagine her as like a Emolga or a little Catalyst.
Okay. I'll be frank, sweetheart, without the image in front of me, and I can't remember which Pokemons they are because I got a lot of Japanese words in my head and new ones that I don't use in conversation are hard to remember.
Yeah, one's an electric squirrel, the other is basically a electric flying squirrel.
Which came first, the electric squirrel or the electric flying squirrel? These are the questions that drive us. Thank you, though, sweetheart. Excellent question. Time check, guys. What have we got, 20? 15. Thank you. You guys got my back with the time. I appreciate that. Yes, my dear. You look adorable.
So I know that your newest costume was made by Marley.
Yeah, it was.
Really interested in something like that.
Cool.
So I was kind of curious on how the process of that works.
So, our current costumes in Ladybeard were made by a cosplayer and costume maker whose name is Marmalade. You can look her up on Instagram at Marmalade Cosplay, I think. Marmalade Cos? Marmalade Cos, right? Yeah. So you can look her up. She's very, very good. She is also an idol. So she's familiar with the fact that we have to wear these things and look cute and also be able to jump around the place and also get attacked by a man halfway through the show. It seems to happen every single show. You would have thought by now we would have figured out some security, but we haven't. So we went to her with those requirements and we said we had a kind of an idea for what we wanted with the costumes because we wanted them to be Sailor Moon inspired. So we had that in terms of the structure of the costume and so forth. We took those to her and we were like, what do you reckon? Can you make it happen? And she was like, I can make it happen. So yeah, we left her to it. And I remember the first time my manager went to check on the costumes, I got a call from her. She's like, these costumes are amazing. They're so cute. We have this fabric in our shoulders, which is like this jellyfish looking fabric. She's like, it's so cute. The shoulders are so cute. You're gonna lose your mind at how cute these are. They're so cute. Yeah, they're remarkable costumes actually, because they're really cute and we can move in them properly and they're really strong. Nothing's torn, nothing's like fallen apart yet. And this is a challenge that we constantly have, finding costumes that meet those stated parameters. So, yeah, she did a great job. And if you want something commissioned by her, she gets Ladybeard's recommendation all the way. Hell yeah. You look very cute today, by the way, sweetheart. I love your bonnet. Bonnets are generally a great thing, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit of Mary Bo Peep, is that her name? Little Bo Peep. I got confused with who's the one that sat on the top. That was Mary, wasn't it? Wait, who sat on the top? Miss Muffet. Who the hell was Mary? Oh, she had the lambs.
They're all fairy tales.
As you can see, it's been a while since I considered my nursery rhymes. Mary, I mean the sheep, I mean the cow, I mean, hey, Humpty Dumpty fell on a wall, what? My man, there we go, bro.
Alrighty, so back to the language. Like, you said you lived in Hong Kong for a while, in Cantonese. Everyone has told me that Cantonese is the hardest language to learn.
It's so hard.
Like Korean, Japanese, like whatever. Cantonese, like, there's like the business way you speak it, there's the street way of speaking it, like it's so like different.
Yeah, Cantonese is a nightmare. Cantonese is a dialect, it's a Chinese dialect, so they have the tones in everything, right? So like, these would all be different words. Hi, 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 hi. Those are all different words. So enjoy learning that if you weren't born in the environment. Yeah, Cantonese is extremely hard. Interestingly, it's grammatically very simple. Yeah. All the Chinese languages tend to be grammatically very simple.
Tang Dynasty.
Sorry?
It's like, I don't know what those, it's like, apparently something like Tang Dynasty, like that was used a long time ago, that's all survived in South China. I don't know if people, but like, it is very old. Yeah.
Okay. It's, Chinese languages are great to learn because the language clicks together like Lego blocks. So once you learn the words, they click together very simply. Things don't conjugate very much, as opposed to Japanese where things are changing endlessly and you gotta learn all these endless variations. But the pronunciation and like listening in Cantonese is a nightmare. So good luck with your Cantonese study or something else. Yes, again, sweetheart.
So it's a two-part question again. First is what kind of legendary creature would you be and why?
Oh, a legendary creature. Can I make up my own?
Yes.
I would be a half bear, half frog.
Oh.
These are my two favorite animals, the bear and the frog. The Japanese word for bear being a kuma, and the Japanese word for a frog being a kaeru. So combine these two things, you get the magical kumaeru, and that's what I would be. I'd have the upper half of a bear with the legs of a frog. So you have maximum mobility and also maximum destructive capacity, you see. There. I love frogs, I think frogs are very cute. And I also identify with bears very much, sympathize with bears, you know. You're either eating, sleeping, or kicking someone's ass. That's the three things you spend your time doing. I can get behind that lifestyle.
Smokey the Bear's from here.
I'm sorry, sweetheart?
Smokey the Bear's from New Mexico.
Smokey the bear? I don't know this bear. Who is this bear?
He prevents forest fires.
Smacky the frog? We just got Smokey a bear and Smacky the frog. We're gonna get Spicky the lion mouse in a minute. Who's Smacky the frog?
I thought that was the Australian version.
Smacky the frog?
That's what I heard.
I've never heard of Smacky. Who's Smacky? I haven't lived in Australia for 20 years, so if he's new.
It's like the don't set the forest on fire.
Yeah.
A frog set the forest on fire?
Yeah, we deal with a lot of forest fires.
Yes.
Frog started a forest fire?
Smokey the Bear.
Smokey.
The bear.
The bear. Is this a legitimate bear
Yeah.
or a cartoon or
Well,
something?
they
No, cartoon.
found him when he was a baby in Capitan, New Mexico, in like the 20s, and then they used him as a mascot. They'd take him around and be like, this is how you prevent forest fires. And yeah.
I'm sorry. A baby bear represents how to prevent a forest fire?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a part of the story that got left out.
He's not a baby. He's
I'm sorry, there was a lawsuit about that. I can't hear anything from the States, I'm so sorry.
He lost his home due to a forest fire, so he wants to prevent other big bears from using their
Oh, I see.
don't like leave your cigarettes in the forest and
Oh, I see.
put out your campfires.
Oh, I see. He is smoking. I see. He comes with a shovel. Why is he? That's for digging.
No, so when you put out a fire,
You bury it on fire.
yeah.
Oh.
Dirt puts out fires.
Not a whole lot of water in the desert, so you use dirt.
Yeah.
I am learning so much. And who's Smacky? If this is Smokey.
I heard that Smacky was Australia's version.
Of Smokey?
Yeah.
Not to my knowledge. We don't have a fire preventing frog, to the best of my knowledge. I would imagine you just roast the frog and he'd very quickly he'd become the highlight of the fire. Yes, sweetheart?
I just looked it up, there is no Smacky the Frog.
There's no Smacky the frog. You must be kidding. We have Freddo the frog. Maybe you confused with Freddo. He's a cute chocolate frog.
I think I'm just getting drop bear class.
The drop bears are very dangerous.
Oh, yes, they are.
Do you guys know what drop bears are? If you go to Australia, you must be careful of drop bears. The drop bear is a cousin of the koala, and it lives in the trees in the bush, and it's very territorial, right? And it's also very dangerous. It has like claws and it has big teeth and whatnot. But what happens is, if you're walking in the bush, if you go underneath a tree with a drop bear, they're very territorial. What they do is they fall out of the tree and they drop onto your face and they claw your face and whatnot, right? So you have to be extremely careful of the drop bears. The way to prevent drop bear attack, if you go into the bush, is you got to walk through the bush like this. That's how you prevent a drop bear attack in the bush in Australia, really. Because they're territorial as a vertical territory, you see, so your hands going up like that, and that noise, that's what keeps you safe. So if you're walking through the bush in Australia, promise me you'll make that noise. So what minutes, how many minutes we got? 7? 6. You held up 6 fingers and I said 7. I have been hit in the head too many times. Did you see that? There's no excuse for what just happened. That was a travesty. Holy moly. Someone had a hand up. We have 6 minutes remain. What do you want to do with this 6 minutes? What do you think? Who's got a topic of conversation? Smack in the front, my man.
Well, being that you're traveling so much,
Yes.
basically your job is just moving from one place to another, you're having to deal with time zones, etc., etc. I know that some people, in order to decompress from that, will use, like going out into the wilderness, they always make sure that they have somewhere that they can go and go to a walk. What is your method of not going insane doing this amazing job that you have, but that is very crazy every single day?
Oh, I don't think I have a method. I think the insanity arrived about 19 years ago, and I've just been hanging on for dear life ever since.
Roll with it.
Right, exactly. I think I embraced the madness. That's probably what happened. That's actually a very good question. Work out, lie down. Yeah, actually, I don't know beyond that.
Okay.
Every time, I just kind of take it as it comes, I think. I do spend a lot of time, awake at night, staring at the ceiling, thinking to myself, I wonder what time it was in the place I was in yesterday. Now. Yeah, I don't think I have a good answer for that, I'm afraid. Wing it. That's my answer. Wing it. Yeah, I tend to lie down. Lie down and take it easy. I put on a nice Japanese podcast. Yeah, superstar. Okay, hit me. I'm actually learning inhales at the moment. I'm not good at them yet. Inhales are a whole new thing. Yeah, so I'm still not good, you can hear. I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, so I'm far more comfortable with the exhales. I'm sorry? For me, exhale. I don't know what it's like for anybody else. The inhales has taken me a long time not to be clenching my throat when I try to do it. Yeah. So again, like we were talking about before, over time you learn your muscle memory and you learn where to put the noise. Yeah. You find the same? You're learning both? Yeah. Let's hear your inhale. Don't do it. I don't want to put yourself on the spot. No problem. Oh, good man. If you're more comfortable with the inhale, just start with your inhale and just slowly over time work on your exhale and you'll improve. Oh man, that was, I think, a beauty. Oh wow, that was the smallest person in the room busting out an inhale. That was it. Can we go one more time, please, my friend? Oh my goodness. New singer of Cannibal Corpse in the corner. Holy moly, that was amazing, my friend. Great job. We're probably coming to the end of this session today, guys. You want to take a photo before we get out of here?
Yeah!